Hi, everyone. So you might wonder why I called the title of this The Joy of Kaddish. I just want to share some pretty deep feelings that were provoked by two experiences today. So, death is not joyful, and saying the joy of Kaddish might sound strange, but I was privileged today to officiate at the funeral of a magnificent human being, the mother of a very close friend. And we don't wish for death. We don't wish for funerals and Kaddish. I certainly don't wish for loss for myself or for others. This wasn't a COVID-related death. It was death after a long life. And at the funeral, which, we were socially distant, when I spoke, I moved away so that people could hear. And everyone was safe and cautious. And of course, we wanted to hug each other and be physically close. But there was something deeply intimate about this very real moment. And when it came time to say Kaddish, I looked around after hearing really powerful testimony about this woman who had lived a beautiful life and had helped nurture into being a beautiful, resilient, and loving family. And saying Kaddish and hearing voices brought me not just to tears, but to deep inspiration and to feel the presence of God and to feel the proximity of others. Um, and then I came back in time to help lead, as I do each week on Wednesdays, with myjewishlearning.com, a Kaddish Minyan, which we convene digitally. We had planned to do this, for a few weeks until the pandemic was over, and it's turned out to be 10 months, every Wednesday. People whose faces I begin to recognize, stories I come to know a little bit. And we begin by saying hello to each other, um, and learn a little Torah, and then we say Kaddish. And the facilitator, a very dear friend of mine, Ben Harris, who is one of the leaders at myjewishlearning.com, and sometimes Julie Seltzer, who's also a close friend who helps run things there. They put Kaddish on the screen, and we all unmute, and then we invite everyone to make sure that they can see the gallery view, because on Zoom, you have the choice to see the people in front of you with whom you're convening, and to see them on the screen is to be part of a minyan. And there have been those who are understanding halachically, according to Jewish law and spirit, that in order to convene a minyan, you need to be able to see the people with whom you are davening. It's a gorgeous new moment to try to figure out how to create proximity and the power of what a minyan means for saying Kaddish. And so today I had the experience of saying Kaddish in person at a funeral, and then convening this group with My Jewish Learning and saying Kaddish. And oh, what a joy it was. It might feel like the wrong word, but it was joy to see and hear these voices. The first Kaddish I said, we were all saying it in sync. We could hear each other and say Amen. And the second one, because of the technology, we were all overlapping. It's a cacophony of voices. And no one knows quite exactly when to begin or end. And my rule of thumb has been keep going at the pace that you're leading, and people will find their way in between your words and the breaking into each other's sounds on Zoom. But the audio was sacred, and hearing everyone pouring their hearts out, remembering loved ones, saying Kaddish. If that isn't a moment of knowing that I am not alone, what would be? How gorgeous it is to be in community. How powerful and holy it is to have transcended the limitations of today and convene community that can hear each other and be present with each other and comfort each other and hug each other with our eyes and our words and just by showing up. The act of bravery for some to turn on your camera is itself showing up in a profound way. I'm letting you into my living space right now. We all are when we have these meetings. You use a virtual background, and I get it. It can be cool. But a virtual background hides my real background from you. How brave we must be sometimes to show our real background. So I want to bless all of you. I want to be so grateful to those who created the technology that have enabled us to be near each other, truly near. The gift of social media, when used with a holy intention, is to be near to people, close to people, to remind each other that we are here and we have each other, And we can say Amen to each other's lives, not just Kaddish, but lives. So I am joyful. Do I wish that there would be less loss in this world? Of course. But oh, what a gift it is to be close to each other. So, may you have only joy, and may we say Amen to each other's good experiences. May you be safe and healthy. May those you love be safe and healthy. And may we find each other off the screen. But until then, thank God, thank God, thank God for what the screens enable us to do. They are truly portals into each other's hearts. Bless you all.